Is your sound shared on the... I can hear the music on my TV but not on my headphones.
Sorry, say that again?
Same as last week, is this sharing enabled?
Yeah, it should be.
Stick in there.
Mr. Stig. Yeah, we're live.
So we've got myself, Fluffy Butt, Mr. Stain and Alan Stigmator chatting, and then we're going to have Josh in the background.
He's going to do the camera work. Should be fun.
Stephen, are you sharing the link?
I'm just fine getting it now. Welcome to everyone that's joined the stream so far. We're just getting ready to start. I still only hear the commentators on my headphones. I'm not hearing all the cars.
Both the cars and the commentators, right?
When I put my...
Awesome.
We're a minute or two away from qualifying. Sharing the link on the admin channels quickly. Fluffy, how do you see tonight's race going?
I don't know. I mean, Serious Sam has been strong all season. He's got a very, very good chance of doing well. Mr. Leap 33 is also a good contender. So, but if I have to guess, I'll say my money's on Serious Sam tonight.
Okay, then.
GKP. I haven't seen his name on the entry list yet. Is he in the lobby?
He's left the lobby. I'm not sure why. I hope he joins quickly.
He's always a threat, so yeah, he'll be definitely up there. The Stiganator. Say it was a tight battle in Group 2, that's not tonight.
Alan, you still there?
What's your prediction tonight, Mr. Stevens?
If Deaky can get in, he's won the first three, so he's got to be favourite. Like you say, Sam's, as usual, I've seen him online every time I've logged into the network this week, so Sam's definitely taking it seriously. Sorry, I'm just getting
expecting a close battle between the two of them.
Try and work out where Deaky is here quickly. He's messaging me. I'll be chatting in a second.
the viewers, just to give a rundown, the SF19 season, two possible cars that can be used, the Toyota and the Honda. In horsepower they are similar, in handling there are very slight differences. In drivers, where's all the changes made? So who gets the best out of these cars that will do well? The Ocean 2-1 are all top notch.
Well, just so the viewers know quickly, Diki just had to leave the lobby because he forgot to change his livery. So I think he's just applying the livery for this race. I'm not sure if everyone knows, but this particular race we have a sponsor just for this race, Auto ECU, and they've given us some prizes for the top 3 guys as well as the fastest lap of the race in Pool 1. So the winner of this race gets a 1,000 Rand voucher. Second place gets a 500 Rand voucher. Third place gets a 250 Rand voucher, and then obviously the fastest lap in the race also gets a 250 Rand voucher. So big ups to Auto ECU for that awesome sponsorship for this race, and that's why you will see the liveries that the guys are using today will have the Auto ECU decals as well as track art and TGN simulators.
Obviously, TGN Racing Simulators and track art are our season sponsors.
Yes.
I agree on that. And if you haven't already, head over to the Track Art and the TGN Racing Simulators Facebook page. Give them a like. You can check out some of their awesome products. I couldn't find an Auto ECU Facebook page, but we'll share the link on the GTSSA groups when we do find one. But yeah, just show our sponsors a bit of love and thank them for their support. I see Diki's managed to find the livery and jump into the lobby. So we've got, looks like 13 of the drivers here at the moment. I know Kalen said he wasn't feeling too well tonight, and Lorenzo had something come up, so he also wasn't able to make it. So we should have a field of 13 tonight instead of the full 50.
That's a pity.
Fast sweeping corners at the end, they're pretty technical, so once you'll see the guys with the better tyre will also start to pull a gap towards the end of the stint.
I think this track layout is perfect for these cars as well. Yeah.
Sorry for my silence, guys. just trying to get my YouTube stream going, yeah.
Right, so this is interesting.
Looks like some new tires for Ghost Killer for a quick lap. We've got 6 minutes, just over 6 minutes finished in the 10-minute qualifier. So looks like he's going to go for one quick lap to better his time.
Right, I think Ghost Killer is flying first at the moment.
Possibly could get a second flying lap in as well with the time remaining. Second place at the moment, DMR S&P Pro, Sam in third, R David's fourth, KBR Farstone, Dynamic Strong, Binjo Ninja, and another DMR driver, DMR Nitro, Merlin. I think turn 1 is going to be quite critical here as well. See chaos in a couple of our practice starts.
Look at the current gap between Serious Sam and R David.
0.01.
Yo, so close.
All the guys in the stream, don't feel shy. Ask questions, or if you want to throw in some advice or any of your knowledge.
Your predictions for the race.
Yeah, let's get some predictions going. Let's see. We've got Quintus, Dean, Henny, Bez.
Well, like I said a little bit earlier, I'm definitely between DKP and Serious Sam. We're going to have a tight battle. SM3 Pro seems to be doing very well in quali at the moment. So I think it's going to be a tough one to call, eh? I think time management is going to be a massive factor in this race, considering that the quick corners and off-camber corners that you get on this track is going to make interesting racing.
Definitely.
Look out for guys is at the race start, you're going to have a bunch of guys pushing the overtake button. The oak in the front is going to have obviously downforce advantage with the oaks slipping. It's going to be in the turbulent air. So we're going through the third sector where cornering speed is so important. Obviously with the turbulence it's going to affect the tyre wear, so the oak in front needs to open up a gap and see if he can give himself a safety factor there.
Yeah. These guys are going to be completing their last lap now. We've got Ghost Killer Pace on pole at the moment. R Davids has snuck up to second. S&P Pro 3 Pros in third. Anyone going to sneak in a quick lap at the end here on their low fuel and fresh tyres? R Davids, I see, he's pulled on the side there, so he's done. Only 20 seconds left, basically. Possibly Nitro Merlin will be the last crossing the line. We're ready to roll, so I see Mr. KBR Fiss predicting Farstone for the win. Let's get started.
Good luck to the racers. Keep the first corner clean, guys.
I see DK's starting in 6, obviously jumping on a minute or two late. You also don't get to burn off that fuel, but I know he is playing on Instagram and all over away from home this week, so whether he's put in much practice might cost him here.
He's a good racer, he might be able to fight his way through the field.
Definitely. Well, it's going to shake it up. Also with Sam down in 9th place. So our first and second from the first two races are 6th and 9th versus first and second.
Yeah.
They're going to have to work for it tonight.
Right, and they're gone, guys. Let's see what happens. First corner coming up.
Nice and clean for Ghost Killer.
And a little bit deep, but keep it clean. Keep it together.
Looks so far like they're all getting through there without too much trouble. This is always interesting coming side by side into turn 2.
A couple of guys running off wide that might
that's going to be
penalties, huh?
Going to be penalties. They have to burn them before the end of the lap. Okay, we are Faster and DKP also got one.
Raji going on there. Everybody seems to be pointing in the right direction.
.3 seconds. Definitely he's going to...
It comes down to fuel saving now. You can save the fuel.
Let's go back to Faster and Josh. I see KBR Faster to Fast One. Had to burn off the penalty in the last one, so it's given a whole bunch of guys a run.
A lot of weaving going on.
Yeah. DK making a move up the inside of his teammate Leap. I see Leap at the front, also one of the guys that in previous seasons has finished on the podium. Very close battle here for the moment for third. Ghost Killer Pace has disappeared into the distance already. Sam's moved up a couple as well. John 79, 8th goes
979. Sorry guys, I'm just gonna have to exit for a couple seconds because I can't change the camera views at the moment, so I'm just gonna exit and get back.
Can you move between cars? Don't stress too much about onboard, Josh.
I think the onboards for the long straight is quite nice.
I see R. Davids took a couple tenths back from Ghost Killer Pace there, possibly on that back he was using some extra boost. Welcome JD Dog to the stream, nice to see you there.
Welcome Jeremy.
Late move from Sam, makes it through. We got Deaky up to 4th, Sam up to 5th, someone else going wide there. Just very common penalty in the area. That's half the issue a lot of the low pool guys have is trying to overdrive it, pushing too hard, myself being one of them.
I have that same issue. I can't get the match of these cars. I think they are difficult cars to get right. If you get them right, they're super rewarding. Obviously corner speed is an absolute must of these things.
Looks like JOO is looking to fight back in turn 1 where he got passed on the last lap. Backs out of it.
We've got a spinner there.
Looks like MJ Ninja had a bit of a spin.
And that's fatal on this track because to make up a couple seconds you've got to push twice as hard, like we're saying, kill your tires, burn up too much fuel. He's just
without slip on the main straight, it's going to cost him dearly.
Yeah. Hopefully you can get back in it. gap at the front sitting at 2 seconds. It's fairly consistent. Ghost Killer eking out a couple 10s every now and again. David's still hanging on and keeping the 1.5 second gap to KBR Fast One. It looked like DK was closing in on him though, starting from 6. Sam's following DK, 5th place, got anywhere 6, Leap 7th, Ghost Climax 8th, S&P3 Pros in 9th place, and then we've got this nice little battle happening behind for 10th and 11th and 12th. So watch for the back of the wings, you might see the red lights on, that means they're using boost. Alan, your thoughts so far? You still there? He's 1.8 behind KBR Fast One. He's had to use a bit more boost to catch up. Wheels aren't looking too bad. The tyres on the front four all look fairly similar at the moment. Almost new. These guys are brilliant at conserving them. Sam's 1.3 behind DP. He's still one to watch out, only 5.5 seconds off the lead. And we know Sam is very good at going along into the stint, so he's still able to close in. I think for the championship he needs to get ahead of Diki, start taking some points back.
Diki's quite strong when the tyre wear kicks in. He's
as well,
very consistent. He normally is very strong when the other guys are struggling with wear, so just keep an eye on that as well.
I think I'm going to have to talk to the pace guys with Ghost Killer pace out front, and it looks like my ECU livery is at least a second a lap quicker than that Mercedes livery they like using.
As those liveries gone through scrutineering, it's a question.
Maybe Auto ECU has modified those ECUs today.
I've got a special program running in through those liveries. What's the fuel wear between first and second there, Mr. Josh?
Let's go and have a look.
So just looking at the comment dash, there's Ghost Killer for the win. Gavin's atting at Stain.
So you can see.
Guys, I've got a bit of a fuzzy screen, so I can't see all the information on the screen at the moment. My internet's not keeping up. Apologies for that.
Ghost Killer's just about on half tank of fuel.
Let's use those HD YouTube streams. Yeah, gaps come down from 2 to 1.8, 1.9 seconds. So right now they're just possibly depends on when one uses boost or another. Obviously, good time to use this out a slow corner like the last turn where you can get the longest benefit from it. Stefan Vessel's Donkey, Sunburn Donkey says Ghost Killer is running a quali map. Definitely must be something like that because he's flying tonight. Fastest lap at the moment sitting with Deaky with the 18.0, but we heard about guys getting into the 16s here, so we're going to have to see the possibly low 17s after a late first stop from Sam in one of my practice lobbies.
So he went up to third place now. Watch the space, guys. He's going to start reeling him in. Highway is kicking in, fuel's getting low, he's going to put in some monster lap times now.
He's going to have to push that because he's used more boost, so when he catches the guys, he's going to have to keep some of that to make the overtake, otherwise they're just going to come straight back past him with the dirty air in the corners.
That's going to be quite interesting, especially on the main straight. He's got to sit in the slip, and the Oaks are going to have to defend probably by using boost, so we'll see how that plays out when he gets to the back of these guys.
Yeah, that would be my tactic, or my thinking of his tactic, try get onto the second place driver, save a bit of fuel, and then hopefully get the gap in the pit. I think he needs those vouchers for Instagram filters. KBR office, Caelan wasn't feeling well, so he took the night off.
Caelan?
Yeah. I see Josh is saying that the Mercedes lack of Mercedes livery is why he isn't racing. So we're going into already on lap 9, so 23 lap race. I'd expect these guys to pit lap 13, maybe even 14, just because you're running the lower fuel with the old tyres. It means when you put your fresh tyres on, the fuel will be a bit lower, and you can obviously push that a little bit extra instead of undercut it to overcut.
Looks like SMP3 Pro is gonna try and make a move on leap year.
Nice battle.
Interesting point on boost, guys. The most efficient way to use it is just basically running from lower gears to say 4th or 5th. You don't really gain a lot of extra top end by using the boost in your top gear. So quite interesting to work out exactly where you should use the boost to get the maximum effect out of it. But running in 6, pushing the boost button doesn't really give you extra top end. It just gets you there a little bit quicker.
It's like 3 Pros looking for the move, defending the inside, trying to cut back. Someone up front spun. Who was that? Fast one, I think. Unfortunately for him, he was having a very good race. That's Keith. More guys in the comments. Ghost Killer for the win. You'll notice the gaps are a lot closer than last week. You can see here 9th place, 17 seconds behind. I think last week we had quite a bit of a spread field, but this track seems to be a bit better for close racing. Obviously once you're in the slipstream you can hang on it all a while.
Battle is heating up nicely with Mr. Leap and MP3.
This is where you've got to ask yourself whether a bit of boost and pulling the gap would be worth it, but you don't want to use it all up and then be defenseless at the end. It looked like you got it. Yeah. I think in the first race of the season, Sam showed what staying out longer does, so I think everyone's gone for that sort of idea now. Looks like he's making a move there.
Got somebody spinning there?
Getting a bit tight. And that's unfortunate.
I think it's Dynamic Gene, yeah.
He was on the outside when the other two touched, nothing malicious. But when you're on that green curve on the outside, it's always going to throw you around. Luckily, it seems like he recovered fairly quickly, but the time lost is hard to get back.
It lost about 2 or 3 places in a couple of seconds, so it's going to cost him dearly.
That also affects your concentration. You might have a rough lap or 2 after this.
Not just that, if the tyres are old and they're dirty, it takes a while for them to just get back up again quicker and clean themselves off. They'll have a struggle in the first couple of bends after the spin.
So Ghost Killer's got the gap almost 4 seconds over R. Davids. DK should be fairly close.
DK's in the pits.
Well, he might
early.
just gain with the undercut now. If he's the first one to pit, he's gonna gain 2-3 seconds on this lap if he keeps it clean and tidy. So.
I think with the full fuel load though, that negates the soft tires, and he's come out in traffic as well, which won't be helpful.
Yeah, that's not gonna help him a little bit. Yeah. Well, we'll see. It's lighter cars on old tires will be the same speed as the heavy fuel on new tires. We'll see.
Like so. I wonder if they have any take-a-lot or macros in Mozambique where R. Davis is from. We should throw in some extra for international shipping. Right now he's sitting in second. Sam's obviously moved up to third. None of the front three are pitting this lap.
You guys haven't said anything about Jay. He's had a quiet race, but he's quite consistent with his lap times.
Definitely. We chatted a bit about him. He was having a battle with S&P 3 Pro earlier, I think it was. But since he got past there, he's got a gap up, and he's, like you said, having a nice quiet run.
I call him the silent assassin because he pops in and he normally doesn't do any practice. He's a drive and arrive specialist, and he pops in and do a couple of laps, and before you know it, he's in fourth or third place, and always has a good race. Has a couple of pace. Never write him off.
It looks like a few guys further back pitted because DK's moved up to 6th already. So some of that traffic must have moved out the way. Speed Demon also having a quiet race in 7th, Leap in 8th. Must possibly pit it as well.
Some guys are in the red already. So.
The season. A couple of guys that look like they pitted on the 8. One of them, so possibly going for the 2-stop strategy. So I'll see how that works out later on. Sam to the pits. About, I think, a second or so ahead of Sam. Second and a half or something. I've got a feeling they're going to come out pretty close together. Has come out right a couple of seconds behind Dinky. Sam's a little bit further back. Not sure how that happened. Or possibly just used more fuel.
Maybe he should put it long in the pits, yeah.
Might have had a penalty while we weren't looking. So Ghost Killer's down to third. The two ahead. Sorry, Sam's in second. Looking at speed. Sam hasn't put it. This guy's getting pace up. Guess you sort of turn my YouTube resolution to R. Davis is in, Sam's in. 4-second gap between the two of them. R. Davis with a slight bit more fuel, so. Shake themselves out towards the front. See how close DK and Sam are together. They're coming out right together. Sam running a little bit wide into turn 1. That was actually something I practiced on my half an hour practice I did. Looked for the braking point coming out the pit lane. So Sam's only half a second behind now, but he's got 2 laps or 3 laps fresher tyres, and they were both on the same, with Sam having more boost, so they should be able to have quite a nice fight here for the last podium position. R. David's still running in Fleet's second place, currently with the fastest lap.
What's the time deficit between R. David and Ghost Kill at the moment, please, Mr. Josh?
It's about 2.9 seconds.
See, DKP has fell 8 seconds back.
pitting early,
getting a bit of time.
Pitting early does, because if you look before they pitted, Davids was doing mid-18s, and if we go to Deaky, he'll probably be at a similar pace with the fresh tyres. They were also mid-18s.
Yeah, mid-18s, but very consistent with the DKP, 18.3, 18.4, 18.3, super consistent.
Sam right on him now with possibly some boost overtaking him coming out.
So Josh, can we just move down to see the Sam quickly? I just want to see his race details, please.
Kendall's saying Josh, your mark. Josh is the silent partner here tonight.
Yeah, no, I think I had my mic on and it's quite sensitive, so it picks up the breathing and any other noises, so I keep switching it off, but sometimes I forget to do that.
See that Sam almost lost it there, luckily kept it together. Lost about a second there.
Yeah. This track with being very high speed, there's unfortunately not too many of those slow speed hairpins and chicanes that we've been having. So it's definitely seemed to take away the controller advantage this week. JWO pace isn't too far behind, 3.7 from this battle, so if these two start getting into it, he's still in this for the podium. P3 Pro sitting in 6th place, one of the DMR drivers, from RTA in 7th. KBR Fast Ones recovered to 8th after this spin or incident that he had. Right now, Ganiwe is flying, setting the fastest first sector of the race. How do you see this shaping up? I think Ghost Killer's got it. Anyone going to spin a surprise here?
He's pulling away. I can't see, unless he makes a mistake, I can't see him doing anything, not winning this race. I mean, he's got the pace, he's pulling away, like I said. Even DKP and Sirius Sam is losing time against him. R. David seems to be holding on just about, so that's also really well driving from R. David. But yeah, unless Ghost Killer makes a mistake, I think he'll win.
I think at the moment the battle for thirds, where all the action is in the front of the field. I see there's quite a big group further back, your last 5 or 6 cars on track.
No, let's keep an eye on the DKP Sirius Sam and Double Pace battle, because if DKP and Sirius Sam gets into it, the Pace might just catch up with it.
Maybe change car, Josh. So we've got 6 seconds ahead and 8 seconds behind from JWO at the moment. So, like I said, the Ghost, I think, should be his new nickname. Just goes his way towards the front and then has a nice little battle there. It looks like Sam's possibly overdriving, trying to get close with Dinky with the dirty air.
Well, the gap is at about the second for the last 2 or 3 laps now, so he's just about holding on.
Before he had that moment, he was half a second behind earlier, and then
I think he's lost about half a second now. The gap just went up to 1.7. It was just over a second now. He's losing a little bit of time by pushing so hard. 5 seconds.
But Ghost R. Davids is right behind Ghost Killer, so I'm not sure if Ghost. It was about 5 seconds when they both finished pitting, so R. Davids just set the fastest lap in the race, 17.7. I'm not sure if that's still quite a big gap. Maybe Ghost Killer also at a moment.
He's in a perfect position now to actually stream down the main straight. He might just be able to challenge for the lead coming onto the next lap.
Ghost Killer a little bit wide there as well. Fortunately, that's not one of the heavily track limits penalised corners.
Well, we'll see how he handles the pressure now,
Looks like R. Davids has got about a quarter of his boost left 4 laps to go. I can't obviously see what Ghostskin has, but they're definitely going to make it exciting to the end. DQP is 5.8 behind, so he was 8 when he came out the pits. He's also closing in slightly on R. David's, but I think Ghost Killer Pace definitely either had a
R. David's
penalty or a
fast guys. Going to the outside, see if he can outbrake. Ghost Killer, undercut.
there you want to actually break a bit early and pressurize the other guy into your mistake.
Ghost Killer defended well there.
Through this next corner, it's very hard to overtake. In the right-hander, it's the next left-hander. We could throw a huge dive bomb or be patient and wait for the straight again.
What happened? Penalty. He must have run wide or cut the corner somewhere. Oh, that's going to cost him big now.
Yeah, that's deadly, because you can see from being in the lead, it's cost him 3 seconds.
3 seconds. Yo, that's insane.
So it's about a 4-second loss. I actually did the exact same thing on my race.
That's a pity, because it would have been a very, very good battle up front.
I think he's still got it if he focuses and pushes again.
Yeah, it's not over yet. R. David can make the same mistake, so let's see how it plays out.
That's brought DK also in contention, only 3 seconds behind Ghost Killer.
The gap between Serious Sam and DKP is coming down quite fast as well.
1.6 seconds.
Yeah, it's got.
It's going to be interesting as well. Yeah.
I think Sam's boosting out the last corner, making up 2-3 tenths. Then Jay is 7 seconds behind. SMP3 Pro is still sitting in 6. Let's maybe go towards the back of the field and see that other battle that was going on. So there's a big train coming through the last turn.
Serious Sam might be challenging here because he's got quite a bit of boost left and it's 2 laps to go, so he might just use it for the last 2 laps. Let's see.
It's KBR fast, only 1.8 behind Leap. Dynamic Sean, 2 seconds ahead, 2 seconds back to Speed Demon. Then we have MJ Ninjas recovered to 11th. Unfortunately, that spin earlier cost him a lot. Goes Climax, Nitro Merlin, sitting in 13th, which is tonight's only relegation position, so 13th isn't where you want to be. Hopefully for him, you can put in a couple of good laps, challenge Ghost Climax and MJ Ninja.
2 seconds down, that's what he can do in the last 2 laps.
I see a lot of these guys still have boost at the front.
Ghost Killer is gone, boost is almost finished. DKP's got a little bit left.
DK should possibly be able to use that just to defend from Sam. 2 laps to go.
Sam caught another half a second on the previous lap, so he's closing in quickly. He might be on the tail at the last lap, we'll have to see.
Yeah, there's a he just set the fastest lap of the race, and DK was matching the fastest lap on a 17.7, but Sam did a 17.4. So pitting 3 laps later, having its benefits. He's back into the 1 second gap where the Dirty Air sits. DK's still closing in on R. David's down to 5.2 behind the leader. When he came out the pits, it was 6 seconds back, and 8 seconds from Ghost Killer.
Sam has used up all his boost to get in to get DK here.
Let's flip here, let's see if we can actually dive past him on the straight. Gaining a little bit, it's gaining a little bit. It's going to be enough though.
There's another fastest lap, 17.1.
Going to outbreak
It's going to have to be a very late move. King of the late breakers, Sam, not quite able to pull it off. And we saw he had that very good late move on Ghanua earlier, he moves up to 4th.
Oh, it's going to be a penalty for Serious Sam.
Yeah, possibly on that corner. You sometimes get away with it. The cutting the corner before is where the worst one is. You get a 1.5 second.
I got away with that. It's Good luck for him. It was touch and go there for a minute.
So it looks like
DTP is
we're
quite
going to have
strong
our
through the midsection.
first non-South African GTSA Pool 1 race winner. Southern African, let's call it.
Yeah.
GT Sports Southern Africa. We're going to have to change the name.
Oh, Dave's got a penalty. What's going to happen? What's going to happen?
Yes,
He has to burn it off.
that's going to...
Yeah, just about made it. Yo, well done. Just burned it off in time. Awesome stuff.
Ghost Killer must be kicking himself. If he was stayed a half a second closer, he would have stolen that.
I think he was actually jumping up and down, thinking, "Yeah, I've got this with the penalty." And our David timed it to perfection.
He must be breathing a big sigh of relief. Leap taking 7th place, holding off fast one. Under half a second, Dynamic Jean getting in the fight there. Speed Demon also. MJ Ninja
well done, guys.
taking 11th, Ghost Climax 12th, and Nitro Merlin 13th, and unlucky relegation spot. Only 41 seconds behind the winner.
That was a good race, guys. Awesome. Congratulations to all the drivers.
Definitely, I almost
not an easy pool to race in.
Watching on YouTube, you couldn't see the time counting down quite as well as you would if you were watching in the lobby. So I wasn't sure he was going to make it to the line there. I thought he was going to go over with a penalty stall, which would have been a 30-second penalty.
Just look at the finishing time, guys. Between second and third, it's half a second. Sorry, second, third is 2 seconds. Third and fourth is 4 seconds. Then you've got a big jump to double pace, 15 seconds behind, but 18 seconds behind him. DMR SMP3 Pro.
Yeah, that's the times from the winner, obviously.
From the winner, yeah. Half a second back, you've got KBR Fast One. Another half a second back, you've got Dynamic Gene. Another half a second back, you've got Speed Demon. So they all bunched up fairly closely. It's quite a tight group of racers, yeah.
And Serious Sam not finishing on the podium but taking the fastest lap to also get a voucher.
That's brilliant, yeah.
Yeah, and R. David's remembering Sam started 9th and Deaky started 6th, and they both had to come through and obviously lost a little bit of time there.
I can just imagine the state of mind Ghost Killer is in at the moment, because he lost his race through to a penalty. It was such bad luck on his part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine, but he's sighing a sigh of relief where Ghost Killer is actually kicking himself. He made a small error and cost him huge.
Getting greedy and cutting that curb on turn 2 is definitely a killer. That was, I think, normally a 1 or 1.5 second, depending how badly you did it.
And I think he got a 1.5 second there.
Yeah. Correct.
The problem is that the line between a penalty and a non-penalty is so fine.
3 pixels.
And the problem with that corner is, if you play it safe, you're losing half a second. If you are brave and you take the risk, it can be very rewarding, but you're also running that fine line of just cutting it a little bit too much, and I think that's what happened.
Definitely. Josh, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Give
That
us
was
your
awesome
thoughts on the race.
Absolutely loved it. I think R. David's penalty at the end really made it quite exciting. The finish quite exciting. Wasn't sure if he was gonna be able to burn it off in time there. I actually thought he forgot to burn it off, and I thought he was gonna cross the line with the penalty. So good on him for remembering and not visiting Stain and his incident panel. So, so that was awesome. I think it was a very good drive from Diki. Obviously, he was a bit on the back foot there, joining the qualifying late, and then making a good comeback from. I think he started sixth and finished on the podium, which is a very good result.
But then also CDSM must also be mentioned. He started in 9th, I think.
Definitely, yes.
He finished just behind Diki. It's a super drive.
Yeah, that was excellent as well. Yeah, yeah. I don't know what else to say. The race was awesome. It was great watching it, and I look forward to the next one. It's great to see someone new on the podium, on the top step of the podium,
and second step for the
and
season.
second step as well. Yeah, so that's very good racing as well. And
before I jumped,
yeah, no, go on.
Sorry, I thought you were done. I was going to say, before we lose all the viewers, we're also going to be streaming tomorrow night's second round of the Ladies League.
Yes, that's awesome.
So don't forget to tune in for that.
And our own Mrs. Vinnig will be racing there, so our Crazy Eights will be watching it in full support, obviously.
Having a big battle with Annika from
Outlaws.
Repsol Clan, Outlaw Racing, and also Mrs. Eminem, who is our track art sponsor. And then we've got Margot, we've got a couple of other ladies taking part as well, and they're also all super competitive. So if anyone's wife or girlfriend wants to get involved, good time to join. And we're going to ask Ellen and Stain their thoughts, and then we're done. Yeah, Auto ECU. Yeah. I'm just looking at the Pool 1 chat, and Keith, KBR Fast One, talking to Deke, says he spun out chasing him, you bastard. Those rumble strips are, and then I can't say that word.
Yeah.
So obviously pushing just a tiny bit too hard, and that's what happened there.
We'll just call it pulling a Vettel, that's all.
Stan, what's your thoughts?
Well, looking at what happened tonight, I mean, we've got such an exciting pool ahead of us for the rest of the season. It's going to be super, super cool to watch these guys battle it out. I'm looking forward to see what these guys do. I mean, I have to say my driver of the day has to be between CDSM and DKP. I mean, the way that they fought through the field and coming so
choose
close
one. Don't sit on the fence. Choose one.
If it's going to have to be between the two, I have to put CDSM in there because he started 9th and he's only a second behind DKP at the end of the race. And looking at both of them, they finished like maximum 3 seconds behind the leaders. So between the two, CDSM definitely the racer of the night for me. I'm looking at.
I'm going to go with R. Davids, just on the fact that he's normally in the mid pack in Pool 1 or that 5th to 10th slot, and today, even without the penalties, he was solid second.
Okay, like I said, I haven't really seen R. David race through the season, so I can't really give all that much info on him, but yeah, you can't discount him. I mean, he's won the race and he's done it fair and square, so that's very, very good on his part. So yeah, I'm not going to disagree with you.
So
you don't have to change.
Alan and Stan, are you guys going to join Stephen for the ladies race tomorrow?
If he wants me to join him, I'll be glad to join him. Yeah.
Yes.
That would be awesome. No, not yet. Not yet.
Only Sunday, buddy. Only Sunday.
Great. We'll see everyone at 8 o'clock tomorrow.
Great stuff.
Awesome. Okay.
Thanks, guys, for having me join in this commentator. It's very, very
Awesome.
interesting
It was great having you. And to all our viewers for tonight, thank you so much for showing us the support.
Putting up with that.